let's talk a little bit about what is going on with the truck. Now, I've done a video. If you haven't seen that, I'll drop a link to that where I do kind of explain the situation, why the truck hasn't been on the channel a few months. But now I'm down here at Curtis Automotive and we're actually working to resolve the problem. Hopefully it'll be done today. Back here, you can see we've got the brakes off, obviously the tire, all that's off. Chase is, I'll show you, he's working on the other side over here. And then the plan is, once we get that entire rear axle disassembled and taken off, we're gonna put this one on. Now we have to replace the third member with the new one that we got in, which is right here. And then reassemble everything, put the drum brakes back on, and then she should be good to go. Quick update, we've got the axle shafts out and we are gonna press assemble all those back together. It's cool watching how this is done because you know, I don't know a lot about this, but basically at this point all we lack is assembly. So get it all put back together, test it out, and then pizza's coming. So that's the main thing I wanted to update you guys about. Pizza is coming. have the full axle assembly all taken apart and cleaned out. He's got it all greased up and We're going to put this new third member on, and then we've got to run to the store, pick up some parts, come back, put the actual axles into the full assembly, put that up under the truck, put on the drum brakes, hook everything back up, and then we'll be done. So let's get this third member on. Good morning. I know it's a little bit dark in here. I got the coffee going, just took a shower, and it's the next day, so you're probably wondering there's some continuity issues going on with this video. I didn't get footage last night of what happened. It had gotten pretty late, and so I just wanted to take a minute from my iPhone and tell you guys what's going on. Last night, we realized we needed a seal where the axle shaft goes into the third member. And AutoZone and Conway showed that it was in stock, so we ran down there, and it turns out the part they had was the wrong part. So at that point, we're kind of at a standstill. We need those seals. That's what keeps that water from going through the tube into the third member, which we don't want. So Chase graciously allowed me to stay. They have a little guest house here. He allowed me to stay in the guest house. Got up, showered, made some coffee, and we're fixing to head down to Toyota. They're about to open here in about the next 30 minutes. So we're going to head to the Toyota dealership here and see if they've got that part at either that dealership or one of the other ones nearby. If they do, we'll be back in business. And if not, we're going to have to figure out something else. So that's the situation. Day 2, let's get it going.
I normally have people riding in the front with me.
Oh, yeah, I had some weight on it.
Yeah.
All right, Chase is going into Toyota. This is kind of our last hurrah. If Toyota can get us what we need, we'll be in business. And if not, then I don't really know if we have another plan. So hopefully he finds a part. I'll check back in and let you know what we find out. All right, coming back from Toyota, moment of truth to find out if they had the part we needed. Good news?
Good news.
All right. We got him. Boom, baby. He is working on getting the drum brake set up on this side. But if we go over here, look out, Shop Dog. You can see we're already all set up. This side is done. He's getting that side. You can see the new third member right in there. So we're moving pretty quick now. We're under a deadline. I've got to get back. And so the cutoff time is 3 o'clock. So we're trying to get it done. We got about 2 hours left, but everything's looking good. We'll do all the fluids, bleed the brakes, get that all set up, since I've got to do the break-in period on this, typically what that means is you have to, every 15 to 20 minutes, stop for a full half hour and let the truck fully cool down. The idea is you want those gears to have a chance to fully set. So I want you to vary your speeds, but keep it under 50 and then let that fully cool down. Well, since I'm down here in Central Arkansas where I live, 2.5, 3 hours from here, driving all the way back on the interstate with hazards going like 45, stopping every 15 to 20 minutes for a half hour, it'd take me all night. So Chase has agreed to flatbed me up. He's going to put it on the trailer and take it up. Super kind of him. This is a great shop, great place to get work done. Definitely, if you need anything, check out Curtis Automotive. He's been awesome to work with, super accommodating, pulled me out of the woods, and then, has done everything that I need. So I'm super grateful. We're going to get this wrapped up and then get on the trailer, get on the road. The truck is going to be back soon, and I'm pumped. Something right about a Tacoma pulling a Tacoma. You made it. I am extremely stoked to tell you that the Tacoma is back in the driveway. It's been a long time coming, months, and it's finally back, and I'm thrilled. Huge shout out to Chase at Curtis Automotive for all of his work, picking it up in the woods, taking it to his shop, ordering the parts, keeping it there while he waited for the parts, doing the work, which he did an incredible job, then being willing to flatbed the truck all the way up here. So it is right now just after midnight. Chase just dropped the truck off. He's in Conway. I'm in Fayetteville. 2.5, 3 hours or more if you're pulling a heavy trailer and a truck. Comes all the way up here, drops it off. Now he's going back. He's going to get home 3, 4 in the morning. And just the level of care and customer service says a lot about him and the company that he's building. Also, something I want to point out. So, obviously, when you do a major mod like this, where you're replacing your entire rear axle, the axle shafts, the third member, all of that, there's going to be a break-in period. There's going to be adjustments that need to be made. Drum brakes might have to be adjusted. You're going to obviously do your standard break-in, but things may not be perfect. And I'm not going to stand here and say that everything's perfect because I haven't tested it yet. What I can say about him is he put on this invoice here, he put that there is a 2-year warranty on the work. And I asked him what that means. He said specifically, obviously if there's a parts failure that's due to the manufacturing of the part, then that's going to be on the manufacturer. And I 100% get that. But for his install work, he's standing behind it for the next 2 years, saying if anything goes south, he's going to take care of it. And that just does a lot to put me at ease, after getting burned the way that I did, and having a company that stands behind their work and believes in what they do and is willing to do what it takes to make it right when something does go wrong says a tremendous amount about him. I'm not one of these guys that thinks everything has to be absolutely perfect, especially in this space. I mean, we know we use and abuse our rigs, stuff breaks, stuff falls apart, not just our rig, but any piece of gear we use, from backpacks to shovels to, it doesn't matter. When you use things heavily, the way they were intended, eventually things are going to break. And it's really cool when a company is like,
we want to do what it takes to make you want to keep using our products long term and use our services long term, and standing behind your work, putting that warranty, saying for 2 years, if anything falls apart that I did, I'm going to fix it. To me, that's something worth promoting, and that's why I'm telling you about it. Obviously, there's going to be a little bit of time before I can get back out in the woods. I'm going to do this break-in right. I want to make sure that we go through the motions. And I know that some people say that this type of stuff isn't super necessary. I get it. Maybe it's a little overzealous, but the fact is I've re-geared twice in almost a year. I don't want to do this again. So I'm going to go buy the book. We're going to do our 500-mile break-in, keep it under 50, let it cool every 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to do it right. And then after that, we'll be able to get back out on the trails, which I am so stoked about. And that's the type of videos and the type of content I like making the most. And based off the feedback I've gotten from my audience, I think it's the type of stuff that you guys enjoy watching the most too. However, I think it's really important to make videos like this and not just pretend like this stuff doesn't happen. When you're out there running tough trails, putting your rig through water and mud, and the fact is bearings wear out, they're going to have to be replaced. You're going to have to retorque bolts. Sometimes you're going to have to replace parts. And this is just a very real part of the cost of this sort of exploration and fun. Everybody has to pay a price in whatever they're into. And I think that in this kind of social media world, sometimes we can sweep that under the rug and not want to show the kind of the dirty, real, frustrating side of whatever the hobby is or whatever the line of work is. But it's very real. And if you're considering getting into the space, just know you're going to eventually break something. And it's going to cost you money. And if you're not willing to accept that, then this may not be a hobby for you. It's very much part of what we do. But I can tell you that once you get things dialed in, you get them fixed, you get them the way that you want them, and you're able to get back out there, man, there's just nothing better. And we're this close, and I'm pumped. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. As always, we got cool stuff in the pipe coming up. And, if you want to like and subscribe, comment, do all that stuff, I would appreciate it. If that's not for you, that's cool too. And I'll just leave you with this one very important message. The more you camp, the less deer the aliens have done. Appreciate y'all.